Good morning and welcome to episode number 322 of Simplifying Live with me, Shashank Nigam, your host and the CEO of Simplifying. Over the weekend, I came across a very interesting exchange on LinkedIn. There was a very angry customer, Mazen Eid, who was stuck on a Jazeera Airways flight which was not taking off. The flight was meant to take off at 7:15. The captain said there was a problem with the tire. The flight was then meant to take off a little later, 8, and then the flight finally, even till 9:45 p.m. had not taken off. At this point, Mazen was really angry and took to LinkedIn to post his frustration. Why is the flight not taking off? And in that message, he tagged the CEO of Jazeera Airways. Guess what? Within an hour, Rohit Ramchandran, the CEO of Jazeera Airways, replied to that message of Mazen's, saying that he's extremely sorry for this inconvenience and this is now not how typically things work at Jazeera Airways in Kuwait. And he also mentioned another one of his customer service managers and asked him to follow up with Mazen immediately. Mazen was quite upset still because he was still on board the plane. It did not solve his problem even though the CEO acknowledged the problem. And he still kept getting more and more upset. More people started commenting on this, some sharing other examples of Jazeera Airways getting delayed, some others pointing out that, hey, the CEO just replied. Someone else just said, hey, this guy is actually the real CEO who's replying to you. Mazen was not impressed. He kept saying, you know what, I've been on the plane for 4 hours. This is just not done. It was a very interesting, long exchange. Did it solve the customer's problem? Not really. Did it help acknowledge the matter and pass it on to a customer service rep? Certainly, the CEO's message did, and I do hope that the customer service manager reached out to Mazen. But what truly stands out is just the fact that the CEO replied. And why does that stand out? And that's because of a principle I mentioned in my book, Soar. I introduced this model called the 6X model. And in this model, you realize that one of the things the airline cannot do is say, not my job, when there's a brand externalities. So there's brand externalities in which if it's snowing or if there's a desert storm outside, the airline cannot just brush off their hands and say, not my job. They need to take ownership of the issue and help the customer. First by acknowledging the issue and then by getting help. Public acknowledgement by Rohit, the CEO of Jazeera Airways, helps establish Jazeera as a caring airline. All airlines face maintenance issues. All airlines have times when things go wrong. It's about how the airlines are perceived based on how they're taking care of passengers. Certainly not a good situation that Mazen was stuck on the plane for almost 4 hours. But the fact that Rohit publicly acknowledged it and tried to help him stands out. In fact, more people notice that the CEO is replying, and that certainly helps the brand, because in today's day and age, customer service is the brand. Everyone sorts by price, everyone flies from point A to point B, everyone does it safely. The airlines that stand out are those that are providing a truly great customer experience and good customer service. The world is watching, especially when things go wrong, and what Rohit did put them in the limelight for the right reasons. Let me know what you think. Do you think the CEO's reply helped? Do you think you would have done anything differently to make Mazen happy? I'd love to hear your thoughts on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or YouTube. Meanwhile, you guys have a fantastic day, and I will catch you tomorrow from Farnborough. Till then, have a great one. Bye-bye.